The alarm blared across Marcus Chen's repair station. Something was coming in fast, too fast. He jumped from his workbench and ran to the docking bay controls. Through the window he saw a ship spinning out of control, smoke trailing behind it. Come on, Marcus muttered, hitting the emergency landing sequence. The magnetic clamps grabbed the damaged ship and pulled it into the bay. Metal screamed against metal as it crashed onto the landing pad. Marcus grabbed his toolkit and rushed through the airlock. The ship's door hissed open and he stopped dead in his tracks. A creature stepped out. She stood 8 feet tall, covered in dark purple scales. Her yellow eyes locked onto him. She was a Draken, one of the warrior species from the outer systems. Marcus had never seen one up close before. Human, she said, her voice deep and rough. I need help. Not for my ship. For my mother. Marcus watched as she went back into the ship. She returned carrying something huge. At first Marcus thought it was a pile of rocks. Then he saw it breathe. It was another Draken, much larger than the first. Her scales were pure white like snow. But that was not what made Marcus stare. The creature was covered, completely covered, in barnacles. Thousands of them, maybe millions. They grew in thick clusters across her back, her wings, her neck. Some were small as pebbles. Others were big as Marcus's fist. The younger Draken laid her mother gently on the floor. The white dragon wheezed with each breath. Her chest moved up and down slowly like it hurt to breathe. What happened to her? Marcus asked. Space Barnacles, the young Draken said. Her voice cracked. She flew through the Kelvin Nebula 6 months ago. These things attached to her. We cannot remove them. Our healers tried everything. Technology, medicine, surgery. Nothing works. They grow deeper into her skin every day. Soon they will reach her heart. Then she will die. Marcus knelt beside the massive creature. Up close he could see the barnacles were not like Earth barnacles. They glowed faintly blue. They pulsed together like they shared one heartbeat. I fix ships, Marcus said. I am not a doctor. I know, the young Draken said. But I visited 17 medical stations. They all said the same thing. Impossible. Cannot be done. Too dangerous. Let her die in peace. She looked at Marcus with desperate eyes. You are my last hope. Humans are different. I heard stories. You try things others will not try. Marcus stood up and walked to his tool wall. He had wrenches, plasma cutters, welding torches. Nothing meant for living creatures. He looked back at the white dragon. Her eye opened slightly. It was golden like sunrise. It looked at him. Not asking. Not begging. Just looking. Waiting. Why come to me? Marcus asked. I am just a mechanic on a small station. Because you are human, the young Draken said. My name is Zekthara. This is my mother, Ashkara the White. She was a ship captain for 70 years. She saved 3 colony fleets from pirates. She taught me everything. Zekthara's voice broke. She is the last keeper of the migration charts. If she dies, the knowledge dies. Thousands of my people will be lost in space. Marcus rubbed his face. This was crazy. He had no idea how to help. But he looked at that white dragon again. He thought about his own mother, gone 5 years now. He thought about how he would have done anything to save her. All right, Marcus said. I will try. But I promise nothing. Zekthara's eyes widened. You will help. I said I will try, Marcus repeated. He grabbed a scanner. First, I need to understand what these things are. The white dragon's eye closed again. But Marcus could have sworn he saw relief in it. Marcus did not sleep for 3 days. He scanned every barnacle on Ashkara's body. He took samples. He ran tests. The coffee pot in his workshop stayed empty because he kept forgetting to make more. Zekthara watched him work. Sometimes she asked questions. Mostly she just sat beside her mother, holding her claw. On the second day Marcus made a discovery. The barnacles were not separate creatures. They were all connected. Like one giant organism spread across the dragon's body. They shared information through tiny threads under the skin. That is why removal fails, Marcus said, pointing at his screen. Cut one barnacle and all the others know. They grip tighter. They grow faster. They are protecting themselves. Our doctor said the same thing, Zekthara said quietly. They said it is impossible. Maybe for them, Marcus muttered. He pulled up his computer files. Old files. Ancient files. Information from Earth, from before humans went to space. Zekthara leaned closer. What are those? History, Marcus said. Back on Earth we had wooden ships. Ships that sailed on water. And they got barnacles too. Different barnacles but same problem. They stuck to the wood. Made ships slow. Hard to remove. What did humans do? Marcus smiled for the first time in days. We got creative. He showed her images of old sailors scraping ship hulls, pictures of chemicals being used, descriptions of techniques passed down for centuries. Your people think too advanced, Marcus explained. You look for complex solutions. Nanobots, energy weapons, genetic modification. But sometimes the old ways work better. Old ways? Zekthara did not understand. Marcus stood up and stretched. His back cracked. Your doctors treat this like a medical problem. I'm going to treat it like a mechanical problem. Your mother is not sick. She is covered in something that should not be there. Like rust on metal. Like weeds in a garden. He started mixing chemicals in his workshop. He pulled out tools that looked primitive compared to modern medical equipment. Scrapers, brushes, simple ultrasonic devices meant for cleaning engine parts. You cannot be serious, a voice came through the communication system. It was a Velcorn doctor, one of the best in the sector. Zekthara had contacted him for advice. Human, those barnacles are molecularly bonded to her scales. Your primitive methods will kill her. Maybe, Marcus said. But your advanced methods already gave up on her. The doctor made an angry sound and disconnected. Zekthara looked worried. Marcus, what if he is right? What if this hurts her? Then it hurts her, Marcus said. He was not being cruel. He was being honest. But doing nothing definitely kills her. At least this is a chance. He created a special mixture. Part of it was based on old earth barnacle remover. Part of it was modern chemical compound. He added an ultrasonic frequency that he thought might disrupt the barnacles' connection to each other. This is insane, Zekthara whispered. Probably, Marcus agreed. He walked over to Ashkara. The white dragon was barely breathing now. Her scales looked dull. The barnacles pulsed brighter, feeding off her. Marcus knelt beside her massive head. Hey there, old girl, he said softly. I know you cannot understand me. But I am going to try something. It might work. It might not. But I promise you this. I will not give up on you. That is what humans do. We are too stubborn to quit. Ashkara's golden eye opened slightly. She looked at Marcus. Then, slowly, she moved her head forward and touched his hand with her snout. It was gentle. Trusting. Zekthara gasped. She never trusts strangers. Never. Marcus felt something warm in his chest. All right then, he said. Let us get to work. Marcus sprayed the first section of barnacles with his mixture. Then he turned on the ultrasonic device. The sound was too high for human ears, but he could see it working. The barnacles shivered. Their glow flickered. It is working, Zekthara said, hope in her voice. Marcus used a flat tool to gently pry at the loosened barnacles. They came off. Not easily, but they came off. Underneath, Ashkara's white scales were scarred but clean. Then the monitor started beeping. Fast. Too fast. Her heart rate is dropping, Marcus said. He checked the readings. Blood pressure falling. She is going into shock. He stopped immediately. The barnacles he had removed were turning black in the collection tray. Dead. But Ashkara was dying too. Marcus scanned her respiratory system. What he saw made his stomach drop. No. No, no, no. What is wrong? Zekthara grabbed his arm. The barnacles, Marcus said. They are not just on her skin. They grew into her breathing system. They are filtering her air. If I remove them too fast, she cannot breathe properly. Her body depends on them now. Zekthara's face went pale. Then what do we do? Marcus paced back and forth. His mind raced. I have to remove them slowly. In sections. Over days, maybe weeks. Give her body time to adjust. Keep some barnacles alive while I remove others. You will keep the parasites alive? I have to, Marcus said. If I kill them all at once, she dies. I need to balance this perfectly. Remove enough to save her, but not so much that I kill her. He set up a special tank system. As he removed barnacles, he put some in tanks with life support, keeping them alive. It felt wrong, but it was necessary. The work was slow, painful. Every few hours, Marcus removed a small section, checked Ashkara's vital signs, waited, then removed another section. On the fourth day, Zekthara told him the truth. My mother is not just any Draken, she said. She is the last keeper of the migration charts. The safe paths through the Kelvin Nebula. Thousands of colony ships need that information. If she dies, the knowledge dies with her. Our people will be lost. Marcus stopped working. You are telling me this now? I did not want to pressure you. Pressure me? Marcus laughed, but there was no humor in it. I am trying to save her because she deserves to live. Not because of what she knows. That afternoon, a huge ship docked at the station. Marcus ignored it. But the communication system beeped. Chin, a corporate voice said. We have a repair contract with you. Our mining ship needs immediate service. Your contract says you must honor emergency requests. I am busy, Marcus said. This is a 50,000 credit job. If you refuse, we will report you. You will lose your station license. Marcus looked at Ashkara. The white dragon was breathing easier now. Half the barnacles were gone. But the hardest part remained. The cluster around her primary heart. He thought about his station. He built it himself over 10 years. It was everything he owned. Everything he worked for. Then he thought about Ashkara's golden eye looking at him with trust. No, Marcus said. What? I said no. Report me if you want. Shut down my station. I do not care. Some things are more important than money. More important than contracts. He disconnected the call. Zekthara stared at him. You just gave up everything. No, Marcus said, returning to work. I just chose what matters. He picked up his tools again. His hands were steady. Now let us save your mother. Word spread fast through the galaxy. A human mechanic was trying to save a dying Draken matriarch. Trying to do what the best doctors said was impossible. Messages came from everywhere. Medical experts, scientists, researchers from a dozen different species. A Velkhorn surgeon sent a long message. The damage is too severe. Extract her memories before she dies. At least save the knowledge. A Thex medical team offered to clone her. We can make a new body. Transfer her consciousness. She will live again. A Zorgothi philosopher sent this. Death is natural. Let her go with dignity. What you are doing is cruel. Marcus read them all. Then he deleted them all. They do not understand, he told Zekthara. Humans do not accept impossible. We hear impossible and we think not yet. He worked 18 hours a day. Sleep for 4. Then work again. His station became a mess. Tools everywhere. Empty food containers. Screens showing biological data. Zekthara tried to help. Marcus taught her how to monitor Ashkara's vital signs. How to prepare the chemical solutions. How to keep the barnacle tanks alive. Why do you care so much? She asked one night. You did not know us before we came here. Marcus was quiet for a moment. 5 years ago my mother got sick. Cancer. The doctors said 6 months to live. She lived for 2 years. You know why? Because she refused to quit. Every day was a battle. Every day she chose to fight. He looked at Ashkara. Your mother has that same look in her eyes. She is a fighter. I will not give up on a fighter. By the 9th day, Marcus had removed 70% of the barnacles. Ashkara could breathe almost normally. Her scales started to shine again. But the final cluster remained. The most dangerous one. It wrapped around her primary heart. That's pulsing with the rhythm of her heartbeat. The barnacles there were the oldest, the strongest, the deepest. If I remove these wrong, I stop her heart, Marcus said. If I leave them, they will eventually crush her heart. He stared at the scans for hours. There had to be a way. Then he heard something. Music playing from Zekthara's tablet. She was listening to earth sounds, ocean sounds, waves crashing, and something else. Whale songs. Marcus sat up straight. Play that again. Zekthara played the whale song. Haunting. Beautiful. On the monitor, Ashkara's heart rate changed. Slower. Calmer. And the barnacles. The barnacles stopped pulsing so fast. That is it, Marcus whispered. He ran to his computer. He pulled up more ocean sounds. More whale songs. He played them through speakers near Ashkara. The barnacles responded. Their glow became softer. Their grip loosened slightly. They are from a space nebula, Marcus explained. But nebulas have waves. Sound waves. Energy waves. These barnacles probably lived near some kind of cosmic sound. The whale songs are similar. They calmed the barnacles. He spent 2 days testing different frequencies. Different ocean sounds. He found the perfect combination. The barnacles around Ashkara's heart relaxed their grip. I can do this now, Marcus said. I can remove them safely. But it would take time. Patience. One barnacle at a time. Around the most important organ in her body. Zekthara looked scared. What if something goes wrong? Marcus picked up his smallest, most precise tool. He had grounded himself. Shaped it by hand. Made it perfect for this exact job. Then something goes wrong, he said. But I am not stopping now. We have come too far. He positioned himself beside Ashkara's chest. The white dragon's eye opened. She looked at him. She knew this was the moment. Marcus took a deep breath. All right, old girl. Let us finish this. Marcus began at dawn. The whale songs played softly. Zekthera held her mother's claw. The monitors beeped steadily, tracking every heartbeat. The first barnacle around the heart was the size of Marcus's thumb. He applied the chemical solution. Waited for it to work. Then carefully, so carefully, he slid his tool underneath. The barnacle loosened. He pulled it free. Ashkara's heart skipped one beat. The monitors screamed. Then settled back to normal. One down, Marcus whispered. Hundreds to go. Hour after hour he worked. His hands never shook. His focus never broke. Barnacle by barnacle. Each one a small victory. Each one bringing Ashkara closer to life. At hour 7 his vision blurred. He blinked hard. Kept working. At hour 10 his back screamed in pain. He ignored it. Kept working. At hour 12 Zekthera said, Marcus, you need rest. Almost done, he said. His voice was rough. Tired. But determined. The final barnacle was the largest. It sat directly on top of the heart valve. One wrong move and Ashkara would die instantly. Marcus steadied his hand. Applied the solution. Waited. The whale song reached a deep, long note. The barnacle's glow dimmed. Its grip loosened just enough. He slid the tool in. Felt the resistance. Applied pressure. Gentle. Steady. Patient. The barnacle came free. The monitor showed normal rhythm. Normal pressure. Normal everything. It is done, Marcus said. He dropped the tool. His hands were shaking now. Now that it was over, the exhaustion hit him like a wave. Zekthera was crying. You did it. You actually did it. Ashkara lay still. The monitors showed she was alive. Stable. But she had not opened her eyes yet. They waited. Minutes felt like hours. Then Ashkara took a deep breath. A real breath. Full and complete. Her chest expanded fully for the first time in months. Her scales rippled, pure white and gleaming clean. Beautiful. Her golden eyes opened. Both of them. Clear and bright. She looked at Marcus. Then, slowly, the massive white dragon lowered her head. She pressed her forehead against Marcus's chest. It was a Draken bow. The highest sign of respect. Marcus felt tears on his own face. He put his hand on her snout. Welcome back, old girl. Ashkara made a sound. Deep and rumbling. Almost like a purr. Then she spoke, her voice weak but strong. Thank you, small human. You gave me back my life. The news traveled faster than light. Within days, every species in the galaxy knew the story. The human mechanic who refused to accept impossible. Who saved a life everyone else abandoned. The Draken matriarchy sent an official message. They were naming a star after Marcus Chen. His techniques would be taught in their medical schools. His station would always have their protection. Zekthera stayed. She became Marcus's apprentice. I want to learn human thinking, she said. I want to learn how to fight impossible. Ships started coming to Marcus's station. Not just for repairs. They came because they heard about the human who cared more about life than money. Who worked harder than anyone thought possible. One evening, Marcus sat in his workshop. Clean now. Organized again. Ashkara had returned to her people, healthy and strong. She visited sometimes, bringing gifts and stories. A reporter called. Wanted to interview Marcus. Asked him how he did the impossible. Marcus thought about it. Then he smiled. I just did not quit, he said. That is what humans do. We see impossible and we think somebody has to try. Might as well be me. He disconnected the call and looked at the stars through his window. Somewhere out there, a white dragon was flying free. Her scales clean. Her heart's beating strong. That was enough.